formal Beacon alumni at Richmond Village Beacon, and I want to thank Brock for inviting me here because I feel so honored to be in front of you and able to talk about my experience at Beacon and the kind of impact that it had on me. So the speech that I have in my hand is probably my 4th or 5th draft because I've had such a hard time putting this speech together because one, I feel like it's impossible to talk about the kind of impact that Beacon had on my life for the past more than 7 years, and two, because this is such an emotional story for me. So I'm going to try to accomplish those two all together in less than 3 minutes. So, wish me luck. So I think my first encounter with Beacon dates back 7 years in 2005 when I went to Richmond Village Beacon for help. And one of the reasons why I went for help is because my parents were gone to Korea from time to time for months at a time, giving me a responsibility of taking care of 3 siblings, younger siblings, all on my own at the age of 16. So before they left, they would always say, you know, you got it. I know you're mature, I know you're responsible, you can do everything. And I would tell them, it's okay, I got it. But what I didn't tell them is how scared and afraid I was every time they left. And because they gave me that responsibility, I felt like it was my priority to take care of my family and the house chores and all the things that was going on with their well-being than my own. So as months went by when they weren't home, the number of times that I missed school and the missing assignments increased. I frequently skipped school. I didn't turn in my assignments on time. And because of that, my motivation to continue on with education decreased. And it was really surprising because when I received my report card, I was so surprised the number of absences that it had. And for each of the class, it had more than 10 absences, which is significant. And with that, and no motivation to go to school anymore, and because I knew that my parents were making less than $20,000 a year, taking care of a family of 6, I thought, you know, all I'm going to do is just go through high school and graduate and find a job. Find a job that's going to pay me. I don't care if it's minimum. I can work double shifts. So my family doesn't have to worry about having a roof over our head or paying bills or having food on our table. So maybe my siblings can have a better future, but I can make that sacrifice. So I knew that I was getting D's and F's in all of my classes, and I know I need at least a C to graduate, to pass classes to graduate high school. So that's when I went to Richmond Village Beacon, and that's when I met this lady named Angie, who was hosting teen centers at the time that was providing all the free programs for high school students at George Washington High School. So when I went, you know, I don't really like asking for help because I feel like it's a burden on them. So occasionally when I went, Angie would always hold my hand and say, Isil, you can ask for help. It's okay. I'm here. That's what we're here for. We got this. We can do it. And I guess that simple phrase really helped me open up and really helped me open up to the program. And because I felt safe and so secure in that environment at the teen center, I really went and tried different programs. You know, I did youth cares, that did a lot of community service within the Richmond District Neighborhood Center, and I even joined B-Boy and B-Girl Club because I wanted to be silly and goofy, and I felt okay. And it was really surprising because I saw myself changing from thinking that maybe the education and higher education and university is not for me to maybe there is a space for me here. And when I started working for Beacon and I met amazing mentors and people like Kaylee and Brock and Cody that's out there. And when they opened up this opportunity for me to really develop skills to become a leader within my community, I started gaining this confidence, that relief of maybe I can be somebody and maybe I can do something out there. So I went through, you know, I was a staff at Beacon for 4 years throughout my years at Community College of San Francisco. and now I'm at University of California, Berkeley, majoring in sociology and minoring in education. And what's surprising is that Berkeley is such a new environment, and it's one of the top public universities. It is a top public university in the United States, but wherever I go, I look for spaces like Beacon. I look for those committed, really dedicated group of students, group of staff who are just putting their 100 to 200% in for the students. I am extremely involved on campus where I'm a peer advisor at Career Center, advising and counseling students to fulfill their dreams. And I'm even on a Dean of Students Advisory Council where I get to have a direct say in what's going on the campus, saying direct say in tuition, financial aid, to club and student environments. And wherever I go, because I learned from Brock, because I learned from Kaylee and Cody of how to make that environment, I go and try to make that environment within my community. And I feel like wherever I go, I have that strong foundation that all the things that I learned from Beacon and from RDNC of how to be a leader in my community and in the society, that I'm confident that I can go out there and become that leader. And I think I owe all that to, this program and this organization. And, last off, I want to say thank you so much for being here. And this is just one of the stories of many youth out there, because I know that this program and this neighborhood center has touched and shifted and changed lives of so many youth out there, and I'm just one of them. And in my Korean culture, there's 3 different ways to show respect. Like to someone that you would just say hi. Someone who are a little bit older than you would just kindly bow. But then to the people who that you have a lot of respect for, you would give a full bow to. So tonight, I want to give a full bow to everybody, and especially Brock and Michelle and Cody and Kaylee for just being here for me. And I know that even if I'm at Berkeley, I have a place to come back to, and this is my second home. So thank you.